We are in the process currently. We had meetings this morning, we had meetings yesterday, and we will continue, and we will have interventions. The interventions will be guided by the exact same principles that we had previously. The mechanisms that we will deploy will have to calibrate. We calibrate. We try to get, we try to learn from previous experiences and fix where we can or enhance when we can our intervention. But the principles are the same. So there is a small segment of the student body that are on deferred payment, and as exactly what the specifics of the mechanism will be, again, we're working on that, but we will create a fund that will help that will support these students. Again, our commitment that those students leaves the university because of financial concerns continues to be our ongoing premise, and we will deliver on that. Then there is, of course, the planning for next year. We're still working on the scenarios for that, and there are two constituencies. There are the continuing students and there are the new students. For the continuing students, we will have, as we did in previous years, we will have a fund, an emergency fund that will address needs of students whose families have not adjusted to the current financial situation and are not able to deliver at the current currency rate.
This is really a good example of how the community came together to discuss something that we really needed at the university. So the Dean of Students, the Chair of the Student Affairs Committee on the Senate, the SU, the students, faculty, and staff have been discussing for almost a year and a half an honor code. It went through an approval process, and it's mainly a compilation of all the policies that we have at the university, the anti-discrimination policy, the anti-sexual harassment policy, and other policies in the university. It describes the community that we want to be.
We have other features in our future student housing that is becoming to be more interactive, more of an experience rather than just a place where you park at the end of the day, and it's a part that shapes up your future for the students, allow them to be immersed in the AUC experience by having spaces there that would allow them learning from in place, allow them, for example, opportunities to train, opportunities to learn how to cook, make new friends, and it's all based on our discussions and conversations, of course, with the Dean of Students, along with the students on many focus groups. Of course, we have a huge demand on parking. We will increase 20% above what we have right now, 20 to 25%. We're doing our best to do that. Our objective, of course, to be in line with the Egyptian guidelines for acceptance of parking spots. We believe that with this 20% at least increase for the key projects, only the 3 projects that we're adding, along with what we have in reserve for the future, for the full master plan, that we would be well within the guidelines, understanding that with the mass transit options that are being introduced at this point, along with maybe more understanding and more growth of our carpooling, along with our bus fleet utilization, that this should be able to close the gap. But of course, you know our population, and our population is not small, but it's impossible that you provide a single parking spot for every single member of our population.
Thank you all very much.